In this video, I'm going to show you the ideal scouting workflow using Hudl Sportscode. So from downloading games from the exchange, to flagging them into a sorter, to then sharing that sorter with your athletes. So let's get to it. So to get the footage first, we need to download the footage from an exchange. I'm going to go Sportscode, File, and then Open from Exchange. Now any leagues that I'm a part of will show up here, and I can select the league, the season, and the team. So I'm going to select this team. And I know these games have been tagged by Hudl Assist because this little tag will show up here on the right hand side. So I'm going to select a game and then click download. This game will start downloading immediately, but I don't actually have to wait for the entire game to download for me to start watching it. I can click open and this game will start becoming available, but I can only watch up to this green space. So as you see, this green bar is slowly filling in. I can only watch up to that point, but it does allow me to start analyzing this game straight away. So let's use a game that I've already downloaded. I'm going to come to my file here and open up this game. So this game I have got from Hudl Assist, and we can start scouting this footage. I can do that by double clicking on the video to watch the film. I can do that through the matrix, or I can do it through flagging. So flagging is the preferred way to curate clips to move them into a playlist. So how do I flag? I go to Sports Code, I go to Settings, and I select Flagging. I can then enable flagging and create a flag. Now you can have flags for offense and defense. You can have flags for individual personnel. In this case, I'm just going to have one for myself as the coach. So Oliver's clips. I'm going to give it the hotkey of my initial. I'm going to select notes and I'm going to select sorter. Now I'm going to double click on this position row and I can start watching the film. Each one of these little bookmarks at the bottom here is an individual clip. To skip between those bookmarks, I can click tab and it will go forward, and click shift tab to go backwards. So let's say I want this clip in my sorter. I can press that, I can add that hotkey that I added earlier, which was O, and because I selected notes, it's going to bring up this note box where I can put my note. I can then press enter and it's going to go to a sorter. I'm going to go through more clips. Say I want this clip. I can click my hotkey of O, add my note, and it's going to go to my sorter. I can select clips from multiple rows in the timeline. So let's go to this row here. Turn my volume off, click tab to find the right clip, and then select my note. I also can select flags and notes from multiple games or clips from multiple games. So let's go to this other game here. Select the row. And again, I can tab to the right position that I want. Once I have enough clips in my sorter, I can start working within the sorter. Now there are multiple things you can do in a sorter, and I'm not going to go through all of them right now. We'll have a follow-up video with all the features of the sorter. However, there is a few basic ones that I want to show you. I can adjust the length of these clips by selecting this button up here in the top right hand corner of the video player and either shortening or lengthening my clip. I can change the colors of my rows by right clicking them, going edit color, and then selecting a color. This is a good way to categorize my clips. I can also add some basic drawings to my clips as well. So I can pause the video here, select one of these drawings, and add that to my sorter. This will now live within a bookmark within the clip. So if I go back before this bookmark, it will stop, show my drawing, and then press spacebar to carry on. However, the aspect of the sorter I really want to show you guys is adding slides. So how do I add a slide? Well, I'm going to click this clip and go insert slide, and it's going to insert a slide before the clip. I can then open Keynote, and the reason I want to emphasize Keynote is because of a certain feature that allows us to add slides really easily. So slide, let's say this is a Hudl offense, and let's add our picture. Here we go. And then I can just drag that slide right into my sorter. So a common implementation of slides that we will see is a team will create a bunch of slides before the season with common things that they know they'll be showing in their playlists, such as offense, defense, turnover, individual personnel, opposition personnel. And then when it comes into those in-season workflows, they can just drag and drop those slides right into their sorter. I'm now going to save my sorter. And when you save your sorter, there's an important difference to make, or important difference to point out. The difference between a reference and a standalone. If I were to save this as a reference, it requires those original video files to work. So if I delete those games or move them onto a hard drive, this reference sorter is not going to work because it's referencing that footage. If I save it as a standalone, it's going to copy the video, and I don't need those original game files for this sorter to work. The pluses and minuses of each: the reference is a much smaller file size, and I can also extend the start time of those clips because it's referencing that video footage, so I can continue to reference it when I want to extend the start and end time. The pluses of a standalone is I don't have to worry about a coach or an analyst moving the games off my computer or deleting those games off a particular server. However, the file size is larger and I can't extend the clips. So after I've made my sorter with my slides, my drawings, categorized it by color, what I can do now is share it with my athletes. There's two ways I can do that. I could either just export the entire video and then share it on an external third-party messaging platform, or I can share it to Hudl.com. I can click this Hudl logo up here, and I can share it directly from Sportscode. I no longer have to create a zip file which I then upload to Hudl.com. I can do that entire process within Sportscode. So select my team, select my playlist title, select if I want the text, the effects, and the slides, and then click upload, and I'll start uploading that sorter straight away to my Hudl account. So that's the ideal scouting workflow, from downloading footage from the exchange to flagging them into a sorter, creating your own custom edits within the sorter, and then sharing it with your athletes either as a video file or directly to Hudl.com through that Hudl.com bridge. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful.